Hello everyone, my name is Oma Guerrero. In today's how-to videos, we'll be learning how to fill out a G-28, which is a notice of entry of appearance as attorney or a credit representative. First, we'll start off by going to the USCIS website. Once there, we'll click on Forms, All Forms, and then just scroll down until we get to the form that we need, which is right here. Once there, we'll go to Forms, and that will pop out the most current form. We'll start out by filling out our name. The name on here should be the one that you gave when you were doing your credit representative application. So if you put your middle name down when you were doing the application, then please put it down here. If not, then leave it blank. Then we will put down the address, which is the PO box that we have for our office. Since we don't have a province here in the United States, it's good practice just to put not applicable, not applicable, and then the country. We'll put our daytime phone number, which is the office phone number, which is 749921939. Here, your Teams number will go in here, the one supplied by Radiant Features. And then your Radiant Features email will go here. Then we'll go to part 2. We'll look to see which one applies to us, which is the 2A. As of right now, we haven't changed our name with immigration. It's still Women's Transitional Living Center. So we'll have to manually put that in here. Make sure that it's in black. And the date of accreditation is the date you got accredited, not the organization. So mine would be November 20th, 2022. You can always check the date of accreditation on the accredited roster's website and subtracting 3 years for when it expires, since all accreditations are only good for 3 years. Next, we'll click the appropriate agency that we're trying to contact. For the most part, we won't have to deal with CBP or ICE unless we're requesting FOIAs. If we are requesting FOIAs, then it's good practice just to put immigration matters. If we're not requesting FOIAs, then it's a very good idea to be very specific, especially with USCIS. So let's say this client needs help with their VAWA application. We'll start off by writing the VAWA form number. If they also want a work permit, we will put the work permit form number. And if we're doing an adjustment of status, we will also put the adjustment of status form number. They will always be the applicants since they're applying. The applicant's full legal name goes here. So let's say their name is Jane Doe. And they do have a middle name, Maria. Sometimes they have a double last name, Jane Doe Doe. So we would have to put that down. And that's how it would look like. If they have filed an immigration application before, most likely they have an A number. If they do, please put the A number right here. This is just so all immigration applications can stick together and it's easier to see their immigration history for the immigration officer. If the client wants to put down their phone number, they can, or a contact information, they can. They don't have to since we're the primary contact person. However, they choose to, they can. And then we would put down our office PO box here. In normal circumstances, you cannot do this. However, because we are a safe address for most of these individuals, there's an exception for us. I also think it's just good practice to put down our office PO box here, just because a lot of the participants do experience unstable housing. And when they're experiencing unstable housing, changing their address with immigration is not the priority in their minds. So this way, at least that is one less thing off their checklist that they need to do when changing addresses. And same thing again, we want to make sure that everything arrives at our organization. So we'll put that we want original notices, work permits, and residency cards sent to our organization. We'll have the participants sign and date here, and then we will sign and date here. The G-28s are usually good for 1 year. So if anything is done, any work is done for the client a year after, it's always good to have them sign another one. Another thing to take of note is if the form is still valid. So we're going to quickly save this onto our desktop. We're going to go back and check to see if it's still valid. And what that means is that sometimes the forms expire. As you see here, this form was set to expire on May 31st, 2021. So it's already expired, and it was issued in September 17th, 2018. So we'll see what's going on right now. To see if it's still valid, we'll go to edition date, because sometimes it takes a while for immigration to publish new editions. It says that they're going to be publishing one soon. In the meantime, they're still honoring forms with this edition date, which is the one that we're using. So even though it's currently expired, it's still the one that immigration tells us we need to use until a new one is put on the site. This is why I also try not to save forms on my computer unless I'm currently working on them and going to submit them within the week, just so I can make sure I never sent in an expired form. This concludes our video for today. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you all have a good day.